Your debate then? Tell me your debate.
I have no... Tommy, you know the score with me. I'm an observer. I have no right to join in, even though I do in the chat room.
What do you mean you've no right to join in? But you're allowed to join in.
Because I have no vote.
Yeah, but the thing is, the lead on from people who are wanting to break up the union is once you break up the union in Scotland, then that has tremendous reverberations back for where you're sitting, does it not?
It will never, ever happen over here. Not for a long time. It would be great because what it would be to, well, yeah, as you say, it would have reverberations, but there's too many arseholes over here who would have too many opinions. But anyway, getting back to your situation, I think you're in a fucking brilliant situation. Ram it right back at them. They've done it for years. I remember in the 1980s, Tommy, my cousin who lives over there going to university and being they had to pay their university fees. Then you had to pay your poll tax. Scotland has always been a guinea pig for England, or sorry, for the Union. Always been a guinea pig. Always fallen foul of their... Do you know what we'll do? We'll use Scotland as an example. We'll see how it pans out there. Now the worm has turned, and now this is the opportunity for the Scottish people to go, do you know what? You used us for guinea pigs for years. Now we're going to go on our own.
But then maybe this is the final solution plan from your Eatonites, your Toryites, where maybe all this time, like you said, the poll tax and all this stuff, give Scotland it, knowing that at some point these dafties up there will going to vote for independence, and then at that point, the Tories will get in perpetuity, or whatever you say, in perpetuity, they'll get into government in England because there'll be no Labour there to speak, because the people who have managed to bring in a Labour government at any time there has been the Scots who have managed to help deliver a socialist or type of Labour government. So from now on, all we'll ever have, it will be a Tory government from England. Is that not a bad scenario?
Well, who gives a fuck about what happens down there? That's for them. That's for them. No, but I can't understand. I can't. Sorry, I can't. You're a bit muffled, Tommy. So sorry. Can I clarify what you're saying?
Because I'm a bit muffled.
Scotland,
you can talk
no,
over me.
No,
so I'm a bit muffled.
No.
The democratic right is gone because I'm muffled.
No, I didn't say that. What I did say was you're a bit muffled, so can I clarify what you're saying?
Oh, I'm just saying
that's not
clear.
Taking away your democratic right. That's invoking my own.
You've been eating too many powerful dictionaries, but I'll let you carry on.
Thank you very much. What I am asking you is, right, sorry, so if Scotland gains independence, which personally I hope so, but if Scotland gains independence, then that would be separate. Now you're starting to get worried about what the government would be in England.
I'm not getting worried about anything. I'm not worried about anything. Don't you dare come on here and put words into my mouth.
I'm just reckoning that what you said through your muffled voice over my phone was that you were worried that would mean that England would be covered by Tories. Surely that wouldn't even cut on your radar if you're up in Scotland, so you wouldn't be that worried about it. And then surely it would be up to England on their own to start fucking opening their eyes and seeing whether or not they should vote Labour, Lib Dem, Tory and all that sort of crap.
Anyway, am I still muffled here?
Just a wee bit, only when it suits me.
Fucking muffled, you fucking muffled.
Sorry, you went muffled there?
fuck off. To me like that. Where's the boys back? See, you fucking woman, do my nothing. Woman. Aye, woman, that's the fucking thing. You asked me if I was okay. No, I'm not okay. It's fucking woman. Fucking
Yeah,
woman.
because we are the spine of any country. Women of Ireland, did you ever hear that? I remember asking you to play it one night, but you never did.
Fucking pain in the arses.
Anyway, let's get back to points. You're the one on the radio here. You should be asking me questions.
No, you were here as a diversionary tactic.
Am I? Sorry, I didn't hear you right there.
You're a diversionary tactic.
I'm not a diversity tactic at all.
You're
I
my
don't
diversionary
diversify
tactic.
or... Oh, right, okay, well, fair enough.
You
I'll
were-
allow you
you-
that one.
You're the Irish Fenian voice. We had the lovely Rachel on last week. So, since we couldn't get the lovely Rachel on here, you're an adequate standby, Una.
Oh, thanks very much. Does that mean I'm number two? Number two girl?
No, you're number one tonight. Last week you were number two, but tonight you're number one. But is there any more?
Happy
Is there any more Irish girls? Because we like to spread it around. Can you put us in touch with more Irish
So we're here?
girls? Shut it, you.
No,
listen.
I know, and I'm only joking, Anyway,
So we need some Irish girls to come on and frequent the show because yous have got the best accent out there, apart from Scousers. Aye, they do, don't you know? No, there's a quote. I would say, yeah, the Irish accent, but then the Dublin one and the Northern Belfast, the Northern one, the Northern Irish one. There's two distinct ones, isn't there? I mean, it's quite distinct and different. What do you
well,
prefer?
I must say, personally,
Yeah.
male accent,
Would you prefer
probably
the Northern-
Glasgow.
No, I'm talking about the north of Ireland or the fucking Dublin accent. What one do you prefer?
Oh, north or south?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It depends on the person. It depends. To me, personally, Tommy, it depends what they're saying. In all honesty, regardless of accent, it depends what a person's saying.
What about you? What are you
It's got
saying?
nothing to do with the accent.
No, it has. It's everything to do with the accent.
Oh,
You-
the
you-
accent suits.
No, but if you listen to, I suppose you're right. I was going to give you an example there of David Cameron, but somebody like him. I mean, there's people that have got a voice like a well-slapped arse, and you just want to slap it a good few times. You know what I mean? There's horrible voices out there, isn't there? Here's a question. Since you said I'm supposed to ask you questions, it's my radio. What is your worst voice that you've ever heard in your life?
What's the worst voice I've ever heard in my life? Oh, goodness. Probably my ex.
Who?
Oh, no, sorry. I'll say my Y. Not my ex-husband, but my Y husband. Why did I marry him in the first place?
So how many husbands are you talking about here? Do you get two? You get two ex-husbands?
No, I've only got one. I don't call him my ex. I call him my Y.
So what? So you got one ex-husband and one current husband? And one is ex and one is Y?
No, I've only got one. But everybody else says he's my ex-husband, but I say, no, he's not. He's my Y husband.
So is that your current husband, your Y, or is your ex your old husband?
Listen, stop clouding the issue here. Tell me.
No, you're clouding the issue. I just
You
said
are?
he's-
Listen, are
You
you
got
getting
Y?
mixed up in my maths? I've got one husband. Sorry, I was married once. How does that sound? And instead of calling him my ex, I call him my Y.
XY, what is this fucking Coldplay's fucking singles night? X and Y.
Go play signals, you're a gay. No, take you back to your O levels.
Right. Anyway, so we've discussed politics, and we've discussed accents, and X and Y. Did you like that Coldplay album, X and Y? I quite liked it. That wee bonus one, the last tune at the end, I quite liked
No,
it.
never listened to it, in fairness.
No. I quite liked
No.
that. I mean, people, do you like Coldplay? No.
No.
No, shite. I liked one or two of their tunes, mind you. But anyway, I'm falling asleep here. You want to just do this show yourself?
Well, do you want me to? What do you want me to say? See, in fairness to Jimmy Law,
Aye.
he's got completely opposite views to myself, but
there's a but.
he earns them. He's earned them in the sense that when I sit here and listen, he's been down in England for a long, long time. He's a lot older than myself, so you got to take all those things into consideration into your views.
A lot older than yourself. If you add,
well, he sounds a lot older than myself.
If you add,
he sounds a lot older than me.
If you add every other listener's age, the age still wouldn't be combined to get to his age. He's about 350. He was kicking about when Prince William was in nappies.
Well, then you can understand his views, can't you? But it doesn't. It doesn't take away from the fact he's a Celtic man.
I know.
You know, he's one of us at the end of the day.
He's always one of us, you know.
And anyway, I see you changed your views the last time I was. Listen, I don't get an opportunity anymore, Tommy, because of my hours of work. But one of the last times I was listening to you, and you were a no man.
I'm a what?
You were a no man. You didn't want independence.
I'm a flip flopper. But listen, you don't think I was going to sit on the same side of the unionists, do you?
No, listen, Tommy. I think the best thing ever that happens in life is that people influence others and make them change their ways for good reason. I'm over the moon.
But no, listen, I'm only doing that because...
You don't have to explain yourself to me, by the way, Tommy.
I'm just saying, I'm still got the same views. Right, that when I was making those views against people were saying I was a unionist, it's just that when it comes down to it, when it comes to a vote, then I can't be sitting on the same side as a unionist. But I've got heavy feelings of foreboding should we get a yes vote. I feel that there's so much. That's why you could classify me as a no, was because I've got heavy feelings of what's the point for it, why are we going this way. But in the end up, it's probably going to end up, it's going to be a no vote, but that doesn't matter as long as I'm standing on the right side. So if I'm saying, well, I want a yes, and then it goes no, well...
It's all about faith, Tommy. Can I just say something? You know me. It's all about having faith. And I don't believe in God, don't believe in an awful lot of things, but I do have faith. And I have faith in people, and I have faith in thought, and I have faith in support. And I believe that the people of Scotland should have massive faith in themselves. And that's what will come out of a vote for independence, is having faith in Scotland. I've been over there so many times. It's my second home. Glasgow's my second home. And I love the fact Glasgow has some of the most beautiful museums, everything, some of the best universities. It's all little things like that that other people don't realise. They lose that point. The whole media and propaganda that comes out of this independence vote, I believe personally that this was poked as a voting factor many years ago when it came to a national vote. I don't know what you do whenever you vote for, when it was a general election, and someone mooted the point, let's say, oh right, in a few years' time, Scotland can have a vote of independence. Short-term politics. That's what I believe. Now it's getting closer to the time. Now the people of Scotland have got to start having faith in themselves. And when it comes to the likes of your education system is second to none. My cousin went to Heriot-Watt University. She's now a teacher in one of the best schools in Scotland, and she tells me that the kids that she's bringing